Hey y'all. I'm up late night. I ain't sleeping. So I decided to come in here. What y'all up to? Somebody just looking. Trying to decide what I want to do. I just did a eyeglass case. Miss Angela's the one that she won, and she wanted it like one that I already did. So I just did that. I just did that. I'm just waiting for it to dry a little bit so I could put a second coat on there. That's how she wanted it. So I did what she wanted, and it's cute. So yeah, that's all I'm doing, just up crafting, doing something with my time than just laying up there. You know how you be just laying up there, tossing and turning in the bed, or trying to find something to watch on TV. Can't find nothing to watch on TV, so I was like, well, let me get up. I talked to mom on the phone, and I talked to her until 12, a little after 12, and wished her happy birthday and stuff like that. Just sat on the phone. We were really just sitting on the phone. That's all we was doing, just sitting on the phone. So sat on the phone with her for a little while, talked to her and stuff. But I was thinking about. I was thinking. I thought do this. I want to try something because I told you I was talking to my husband about like what I can do for the guys that would look manly for the guys. Let me let me try something real quick because I know some people they probably want to get some for their men because everybody using their phones nowadays, and so I know somebody would want one for their man. So I want to try something to see how it turns out for a man. Can't do too much. Hold on. Can't have y'all all in my business. I wanted to try something for a man. Just chat with y'all a little bit. Y'all chat with me however. Look at me. We look at one another. YouTube probably, well, it's late too, but I really doubt that they're sending out, my notifications right now for anybody. So, but I want to try something real quick and see how it turns out for a guy. Because the men, they want some stuff sometimes too. My husband was trying to tell me, he was like, do it with different colors, but not so. I want to see what this, because this ain't so bold. It ain't so bold. So I want to see how this turn out. Before we go. Hey everybody. Y'all just laying in the bed. We ended up eating us some calzones for dinner. It was good. I had me a piece of calzone. It's past my bedtime. Girl, it's way past the bedtime, girl. But I said tonight, since I'm going to be up, I might as well go ahead on the craft. If I insist on being up this late, might as well do something productive with my time that I need to get done, you know, since I got a lot I need to do today. And yeah, so yeah. But I'm gonna try to, everything I got to do today, I'm gonna try to make it quick. I ain't trying to I ain't gonna try to be out all day like that today. I'm trying to be in and out. I'm gonna try to do a decorate a phone holder and see if anybody would see how it turned out, and hope that anybody will like it, you know, for their men, you know, because the men, I know they want to be shown some love too. So I wanna share. I wanna have a variety. I want stuff for the men and the women. So I'm gonna see how this turn out, because I know that, you know, the stuff that I am doing, you know, it's girly, you know, but I also want to incorporate stuff for the men too, you know. That way the women will have some stuff to get for their men, you know. I'm quite sure they'll love to have them a phone holder as well. You know, something to prop their phone up on. So, yeah. At least a phone holder, you know. But I got some ideas for the phone holders. But I was telling my husband about it. He was like, they ain't gonna work. He can't see the vision though. That's all. He just can't see the vision. Grandma, she doing good. She doing good. She doing good. She making it. You know. She was talking about last night how it was storming and stuff. So it was getting down out there. I said, yeah. I said, it was storming. I'm like, yeah. You did get a little rain. A little rain. Yeah. What you doing up? You talking about me? It's past your bedtime too. Miss Ma'am. You want to see what I'm painting? I can't show you right now because, this is my secret to the sauce right now. I can't show my secret to the sauce. I'll show you after I get it done. You can't show everything. Yeah. I think this will look good for a man here. It's not too much in it. It's not too bold. You did a little painting. What did you paint? You see it? This the start to it. Yeah, you see glitter. But this one is going to be like a manly version one. And I don't think it's too bold. I ain't gonna show the whole thing yet. But that looks alright for a man, right? That it's like not so shiny. It's like a matte black. I think a man will like that, being like that. Y'all come on in and ring the doorbell for me so we can get some more people on over here just in case somebody else up before us. With us. Somebody can't sleep other than just me. Hey, Cheesy. You can't sleep either. Tossing and turning. All the time. So you're a night owl. I hate that I'm on that schedule, but this just be my relaxed time late at night. Normally I just be in the bed trying to find something to watch. You're a light sleeper. Yeah, I think that's gonna be cool. You love watching my cooking videos? Thank you. What you like the most about the cooking? I need aromatherapy. Hmm. It might. Hey, RJ. It might. It might. I think I'm really I think I'm kind of good now though. Like if I was to just turn the TV off, I'll go to sleep. My problem be the TV. That's the problem. Just what y'all doing right now, watching me on YouTube. On YouTube. That's my problem. Can't stay off YouTube. If I was just stay off YouTube, I'd be alright. But can't stay off YouTube. You like how I stretch my meals, girl? That's just me for real life. That's just me, real life, for real, no faking it. Mm, no faking it, girl. You too, yeah. No faking the phone, honey. We gotta make them. We gotta stretch them dollars. I'm trying to think. I was thinking I wanted to put, but I think I'm gonna do stones. I don't think I'm gonna do blue on this one. I think I'm gonna do all stones on this one. Yeah. This one really, it needs another coat. My green. What do I want to do? Do I want to stone it? Or do I want to put my green? I can do the stones back here. I'll do my stones. An older woman. I learned a lot from watching my videos, really. I hear it. Hey, Nisi. Why am I up, girl? Crafting. I hear it a lot that, I'm really encouraging and that I inspire them, I motivate them. I hear that. I hear that from people, sometimes. And you know how and my response to him was like, well, then she was like, your light is really shining. You just don't see it. And I mean, you just don't know that your light is really shining. But you know how you can, I like, and my response was like, I'm a dimmer to my own light. I just dim my own light. I don't, not really a dimmer to my own light. I don't see my light. You still thinking about the fish? It was good. I don't see my light. Girl RD. Yeah, so I don't see my light. You know how you don't see what other people see that they see on you sometimes. And I wish I could see what other people see, and I probably would be way greater than what I am if I could see what other people see. But sometimes you just can't see what other people see. Maybe it just ain't the time to see it, you know. As long as you know it's there, maybe it's just not your time to see it. So I don't know. I don't know. But I wish sometimes I could see it. You know, I just say I just be being me. You like how a budget shop, girl, I can get down on that there now. I know I'm a complainer. I'm a complainer when it comes to um the prices. Working on how to shop more efficiently. I got something that's coming for y'all to help you with that though. I got something that's coming. Just be a little patient with me. I am greater. Thank you. I got something that's coming that can help y'all with that. To help you be more efficient. You know, it really works for me, and I've showed y'all before, and so I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna show y'all again. But what I'm gonna do, I think it's going to encourage you and encourage you to keep going to it. You know, and but the only thing is you're gonna have to learn to just discipline yourself and be honest with yourself. And I don't want to say too much because I'm gonna give it away. I don't want to give it away because what I show y'all is what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about how you do it and how I do it and and stuff like that and give y'all tips on what to do. But at the same time, yeah, yeah, I don't like the waste. Definitely don't like the waste now. If I can help it, I try not to. But we all waste. We all waste. More regular than we want to. But I try not to as much. Yeah. It'd be hard. I be trying to remember to, freeze stuff. Because a lot of things can be frozen. So I be trying to remember to freeze stuff. That way. Because I'm telling you, you just don't see at the time, you may be thinking like, I don't want this. I ain't gonna freeze it. Ain't nobody gonna eat that. Yeah, that's what you be just thinking in the moment. You just be in the moment. But when you just go ahead on and just freeze it and then come back to it later, you realize that later be the time that you just don't feel like cooking and then you just go through that freezer and then next thing you know it's like finding that food that you be done froze. It's like it be a treasure to you, like, oh girl, thank you. I'm glad I threw this in my freezer. I ain't got to cook. And when you take it out and you throw it out and you reheat it up and or revamp it, whatever, it's like it's just as good or way better than the day that you made it. It helps you not to it helps keep you from having to cook. And you know what? That's something that I used to do on my channel too. I used to do food prepping and stuff on my channel. I've been thinking about bringing that back to food prepping and stuff. But it's just me and my husband now. See, that's the only thing about it. Which is gonna be good for me because I done got to a point where I done got really lazy with cooking, and so I can afford to food prep because I don't be want to cook. But another thing that keeps me from no, I never Dollar General penny shop. I never did it, but I've seen it. You really have to go and look for that stuff. I'm gonna hold it up too high. It's fine. This one I already did. I'm just putting another coat on that. Yeah. But yeah, I love the free stuff when I remember. You got a whole garage full of stuff? Girl, no. So you penny shop? How you find your deals? You just go in there and be looking too? Be like, do y'all have the app where y'all be scanning the stuff, or you just wait till you get to the work? I think that's how it goes. You scan the stuff. Some glass vases. I wish you can too. What kind of vases? Like the what you call them? Different height ones. I got some more stuff I'm gonna be doing. I just ain't got started with it yet. I just wanna until I get wait until I get the stuff I want to put on it. That will look how I want it to look. You got all sizes and colors, girl. I got some things I'm gonna be doing. They over here in this corner. I actually went thrifting with y'all and got it. The vases, do you use them for like put flowers and stuff in them? Do you craft, Nisi? Yeah, I got some. I'm gonna be adding home decor. I just gotta get off. I gotta start making money first. I haven't started making no money yet, for real, because my money has been going to me having to send the stuff back and also putting into more products. So you do parties and baskets. Okay, I even thought about doing baskets too, Nisi. I got a couple things in mind that I want to do. So yeah, that's the second coat on the green one. That's the second coat. This the one that's coming up for this drawing. So I said I was gonna put blue on there, but I have quickly changed my mind. I think I'm gonna rhinestone this whole thing. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Just all rhinestones. I think all rhinestones on this one will be real pretty because it's already blingy. You know, you can see the bling in there, but the green stands out a little bit more. So I think when I add the rhinestone to it, it's gonna make it pop. Doing a food truck, yeah, but that's not even nowhere in the near future. So I got to do what's gonna make me some money now. For real, you know, you know how it is when you got to do what you got to do. That's gonna bring you some money right now. Like when you need to do something right now to help you get to other stuff later. You gotta crawl before you can walk. So I'm crawling right now. Oh, I got some more green up here. Oh, that's like a silver. I got some more green. Oh, I know it's some of this green. And I got some other green. Shit. What's this? Oh, that's why I saw purple up in child. I just be mixing stuff. I got some more green. I need my green. There it go. There it go. There it go. So yeah. And then with the food truck idea, food truck idea. It's a good idea too. But I think about long term, things in the long run. Like, I like my freedom. Tell you how happy I was to run across the channel when I said somebody country and thug like me all the way live. Girl. But I think about this too. Like, I like my freedom. I like my freedom. And when you think about a career, a long term goal, something that you want to do for, however the rest of your life, you know, when I think about it, when I think about it, I hope I'm not steering myself away from my passion, because I do have a passion. Why am I putting this in here when I could put it back in the thing and I can use this for something else? I do have a passion for cooking, but only thing I think about is like, is that something that you really want to do for the rest of your life? When you do get into it. You know what I'm saying? Be standing on your feet all day cooking. That's what I think about. Is that something that I really want to do? And your business be booming on the weekends. And I like to have my weekends. I like to have my weekends. But I think I need to get out of that too. I think I need to get out of that. Because no hustle, no play. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm hustling now, because when you ain't got no hustle, you ain't got no play. And what I mean by that is, I'm not the type of person that like to spend my money around here doing nothing. I ain't the type of person that spend my money going out to eat all the time or shopping for clothes all the time, at department stores and um, stuff like that. I like to save my money for my husband and I to go on trips. You know, that's what I like to do. I like to go on trips, long relaxing trips. That's what I like. I ain't talking. And I don't really have to go on the trips where I have to just be doing the most. I ain't one of them. Oh, I'm going to Atlanta so I can shop, or I'm going to Florida so I can shop. When I go on a trip, I want the most peaceful, relaxing trip that I can get. I don't want to go somewhere where there's a. I I don't really want to go to a place where there's a whole lot to do, because when you travel and go somewhere where there's a whole lot to do, you feel like that you're trying to do everything that there is to do before it's time for you to leave. A lot of times when you go on a vacation, you come back more tired than you was before you left. And that's why I don't have to go on, trips like that where you just constantly on go. Let me go on me a trip where I'm gonna sit down most of the time and go when I want to go, and not because there's a lot of things to do and I feel I need to see it or need to go and do it or go. You know, I ain't that time. I ain't that kind of vacation. Vacationer. I like the relaxation part about it. So I don't know, but I think I need to stop saying that, because I know where my passion is at. I know what I love to do. I know I love to cook. I know I love to cook. But I keep telling myself, like, is this really what I want to do? You know, have a food truck or have me, because I always said that I wanted me a smaller restaurant. But I'm like, is that something that I really want to do? I think that's probably the lazy side of me that makes me not want to do it. I think that's probably just the lazy side that be talking when I be thinking like that. Honestly, I think that's what it is. The lazy side. So I think I need to stop thinking like that and just go for my dream, you know. Because my dream has always been to have a small little restaurant or a food truck. It's always been one of my dreams. But it's the no life part about it for me. You know, the no life part. But when you think about it, all successful people, you know, they work hard like that. They don't have no life for a little while until they get where they need to be. Then they can start enjoying the fruit of their labor, you know. So that's how I need to think about it. Sometimes we can be in our own way. Sometimes we can be in our own way. But who knows where this goes, you know? Who knows where it goes? You know, we do a whole lot of talking ourselves, but hey, look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. I'm over here crafting, getting a little hustle on, trying to make some money. I don't know how well I'm gonna be doing with this, but this is could be a start to something that I don't even know that I'm really doing. And that's how God works. God give you a start to his plan. Hair oil hustle. What you mean that's how you is. But God always give you a start to his plan. You just don't realize that you be done put a step. And he's gonna have his way and do the rest. That's just like when I was in the process of getting the house and stuff. Hey TNT. So that's that's how it was when I got into the house buying process. I told a lot of y'all this story, but I know I got a lot of people that's new here that watch me that don't know. I didn't know what God was doing. I work all the time making the oil, and I said it will pay later, and it will. It will. Just keep going. Just keep on going, cause we don't know what God be doing, and it's easy for us to want to get tired and give up. But if I can be an encouragement to you, don't give up. Keep on going. You already done started. You know, the Lord has been using you to know that He is always right by your side. You know, has been using you to know that He is always. Thank you. Thank you. He definitely is. He definitely is. But when I got into the house, when I before I even got into the house buying process, you know, I was in my other house and um I had already set my dining room up for my little office area, right? Because I only had a two bedroom. My grandmother, she had the other bedroom. So I had set my dining room up for my little office area. And I've always been an organized type person, but this particular time, I really went and got really, really, really organized. Like, I always filed all my paperwork, but I went and filed everything into a home binder, right? And so that's something else I was thinking about bringing to y'all too, for some people that need that as well. And so I got some ideas coming. I'm just getting started. I gotta, my wheels just rolling. But I had put together me a home binder. Hey AJ, put together me a home binder. And when you put together your home binder, you organizing all your finances, all your everything. Basically, your whole life, your kids' life if you got kids, your husband's life, if you have a husband. Everybody that's in your household, you organizing that, right? So I had did that, right? Went through and organized everything, had everything and filed like it needed to be, right? Not knowing that God was going to take us somewhere. And so, next thing, okay, so I got my whole thing together. My little office area had my TV set up in the middle of my table, and had my keyboard, my laptop, all that set up, everything, right? I had like this little shelf on the side of me that like when you walk into the house, the other side of it was actually like probably like a whatnot shelf or something, but I turned it into like my bookshelf for my little filing for my papers. I had all my little stuff, honey. It looked like a little office, right? Had it all set up, looking cute and everything. So fast forward from there, I get a knock on the door. This was some people coming to look at the house because they was trying to sell the house. So the first set of people that had came, I was just telling them all kind of stuff, because I wasn't ready to go into. Matter of fact, let me rewind just a little bit before I go into this. We was on YouTube having a discussion, and I was talking with them, and we was talking about what I can do to buy a house. Maybe this was like a month before this even happened. So I was on YouTube having a discussion with the family, about the house buying process, well, how you go about it, and what to look for, what to blah blah blah, And after having that discussion with them, I was pumped, during the discussion. But after the discussion, it's like I scared myself away from the idea of even going into the house buying process because that's just something foreign to me, something new. Never. My husband, he always wanted to, buy a house, but I just wasn't ready because I was scared. Just of the unknown. So, like I said, we had that conversation. We was just talking about it. So I talked myself out of even going through with it. I was like, I ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't ready to do this yet. But was talking like I was ready when I was on the live. Now, fast forward about a month, I go to organizing my dining room into my office, made my little binder, all that. All right, fast forward a little bit more. Now I get a knock on the door. Somebody come over. They want to look at the house, because my landlord, my realtor, was landlord, realtor, however the realtor company, they was selling the house. Didn't ask me if I wanted to buy or nothing like that. Not even though I didn't want to, but I'm just saying. But didn't ask me. So when the people came, I was telling them all kind of everything that was wrong. Like it was just so much wrong with the house, which it really wasn't. But I just ain't want them to, I ain't want to have to go somewhere else to move, right? They ain't want the house after listening to me. They was like, "Oh, I'm so glad that you told us this." Black folks. Next thing you know, somebody else come knock on the door. They come looking at the house, so now they talking all good. This one right here, let me tell you something. God knew though. God knew that He wanted for me to move. I just wasn't ready to move. I was trying to stay still, but God didn't want me to stay still because He was ready to elevate us. And I was trying to stay right there in that same spot. Never ever be scared. Know that the Lord is right here for you. Sweetie, and God is good. God is good always right there for you. Yes, He is. So I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I was ready. I just wanted to stay where I was at. You get comfortable. You get comfortable. But when God trying to move you to the next level, it don't matter how comfortable you is. It's time for you to go. Can I pause for a minute one more time? I tell these stories, but I have to stuff keep coming back to me as I tell my stories. So I'm an all over the place type of storyteller. Just follow me, all right? So fast forward all the way back before the redoing the dining room, redoing, redoing. Fast forward before redoing the dining room, before they came and all that right there. One thing about me is I've learned that God gave me the gift of dreams, right? I don't know how to interpret my dreams, but God gave me the gift of dreams. So whenever it is that something that God trying to show me, He always, or when something gonna happen or something like that, God always give me a dream. So one thing about me having dreams is when something is about to happen, like some kind of change or whether it's for the good or the bad, when I'm just gonna say it be for the good because, and I'm gonna tell you why. God give me a dream of a storm. It be a storm. Every single time I go through something or something happens, it's always a dream of a storm. It be like a tornado, right? So right before we went through this, it was like two times that it was like maybe two or three times I kept having these dreams back to back of the tornado. And for some reason, I started paying attention to these dreams I kept having about a tornado. I started paying attention. Something I don't know why I started noticing it to make me start paying attention to it, but I did. So this I want to say this last tornado that was coming, right, it's like every time a tornado is coming, it's always in the distance. Dang, now I'm realizing something. Oh my goodness. But anyway, okay, I just thought about something. Thank you, Jesus. Like, yes, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. But anyway, so this one particular, like when I had a dream of the tornado, right? The tornado was in a distance, but it was coming so fast I couldn't dodge it. I couldn't dodge it. I couldn't run. Nowhere for me to go. I was just in the house, and I just happened to be in the house that I was in, and I had this rocking chair. It was either one or the other one that I got in that room right now. And it's like I couldn't do nothing but jump down to the floor by the rocking chair. But the tornado came clean through the middle of our house and it passed me just like this, going right past me. And I take from that, when I said that it be for the good, when I had a dream of the tornadoes, whether it's for the good or for the bad, but I said that, obviously the ones that I've been having, it's been for the good. The reason why I say I think it be for the good is because the tornado never hit me. It never hits me. I feel like if the tornado does something to me physically, then that probably mean that it be for the bad. But when I happen to just dodge it, then it be for the good. That's how I interpret it by the things that has been happening in my life every time I have the dreams of the tornadoes. So yeah. So God, why you keep anywho, so after having those dreams, that's when I went into this house buying process and stuff. And I just want to mention this because I ain't gonna stop thinking about it. There was another tornado that had happened, and I can't remember if it was around the same time or whatever. But there was another tornado that had happened, and see, it involved me. God showed me the people in it too. It be certain people in the storm. And remember, I've been telling y'all about how I'm just so proud of my. I just got to mention this because I can't stop thinking about it because I feel like God just showed me of this tornado that I forgot all about. But okay, and so there was this other tornado dream that I had. It was with me and my sister-in-law, and she was in a she we was standing in a parking lot at a store. The parking lot was empty, and we was just standing there just having a discussion. And then next thing you know, out the distance, it was like two tornadoes that had came out of nowhere, and they just started circling us. We couldn't run, we couldn't get to the cars, we couldn't do nothing, and we just it's like, but it was circling us. And so it didn't harm us or nothing like that, but it came toward us, and we couldn't. It was nothing we could do because when I see them coming in the dream, it's like they just be coming so fast you ain't even got time to think. Only thing you could just do is just drop to the floor, really. All right, Danielle, you have a good one. I couldn't do nothing but drop to the floor. And so now that I think about it, and I've been telling y'all about my sister-in-law and how I'm just so proud of my sister-in-law and my brother and how well they doing and stuff like that. They've been elevated. They've been elevated twice since that dream. She ended up moving from the projects into a house, and from a two bedroom little small little house, something just as small as what I just left from, or maybe even small. No, it was a little bit bigger than what I had, just a little bit. To moving into a house that's bigger than what she probably would even, her and my brother would probably even imagine that they would be in right now. Enough space for the kids and everything. And I forgot all about, I had that dream about them, about that, you know. I forgot all about it. But anywho, all right. So now that I done said it, um, I guess God was just showing me that just then or something. I don't know. Just reminded me of that one. But anyway, so I dream of these tornadoes when stuff gonna happen. So now we in the house buying process, right? Fast. No matter of fact, we get a knock on the door. Okay, so the second knock on the door. The second knock on the door was from the other people that was wanting to look at the house and stuff like that. They had a realtor with them to come and look at the house and all of that. They was talking so good, making me think that, oh yeah, we ain't gonna sell the house, and we gonna be your landlord, and oh, you keep the house so clean and nice, and it looks good in here, and all kind of stuff. So now they talking good, got me telling them something good, telling them the good stuff about the house, thinking, okay, I ain't got nothing to worry about because this gonna be my new landlords right here, right? But God knew what He was doing. God knew what He was doing when He sent those people right there, because as long as people kept coming and wasn't telling me nothing good, I was going to continue to tell them bad stuff so I could stay. But they tricked me, and I thought that I was going to be able to stay, and they was going to be my landlords, but they wasn't. So in the same day that they was there, I got the number from the realtor that was, showing the house and stuff. And the same realtor that I got the number from is the same realtor that helped me find my house that I got. So, anyhow, long story short, on a weekend day, I get a knock on the door. Come to find out, those people had done bought the house. They come bringing us a letter telling us we had to move. Now we got to go. So now I'm in the midst of trying to find somewhere to stay, and I'm panicking, I'm worried, I'm nervous, I'm thinking we're gonna be out the door. You know, was I'm gonna tell this part, but I'm not telling this part to talk about my family. I'm gonna tell you this part because um I just want to tell y'all how God works. God will have people turning you down because He don't want nobody getting the credit for what it is that He about to do for you. God will remove people that you think is gonna be there for you, and they don't be there for you because it's for it's for God to gain the glory, not for family and people that know you, the ones that you think is gonna be there for you. It's not for them. So that's why a lot of times when you going through stuff and God elevates you or put you in better positions, or you going through things sometimes, and the people that you think that is family and friends, you think that they're gonna be there for you during the time that you're going through what it is that you're going through, is the reason why they're not there, because it's for God's glory, not for them, not for you to be like, oh, such and such, they helped me, and I thank such and such for helping me and giving me a place to stay. No, because one thing about God, God will use people that you don't even know to come and be a blessing to you in the mix of everything that you got going on. People that you don't even know. God send people like that. That way you could say, oh, I know that one nobody but God. I didn't even know this person. And I know that one nobody but God that sent this person to come and be a help to me. So that's how God do. So anyway, I had to mention that just because I was going to say that, I thought I was going to be out the door, didn't know what we was going to do, no, we didn't have a lot of savings, no, I know that I didn't know how we was going to get into something else in short notice. We had a short notice, like a 2 months notice. We had to be gone. So I went doing applications and stuff like that. One company, they took my money. Every time I went to another house, I'm showing up at the house thinking I'm the only person at the house, but I know I'm the first person putting in the application for the house. For other people is just getting it over me. I'm going in areas where I know I didn't want to stay. I'm going and looking at houses I know I didn't even want to be in. Prices I know I didn't want to pay outside my means and everything, but everything just kept just not working out. It wasn't working out, but it wasn't working out because God didn't want to work out. I'm just panicking. I'm just panicking. I'm just panicking. I was scared. I ain't know what to do. I'm like, man. So the people, they finally buy the house. I told them my situation. And so after doing all of that, I said, well, let me just call this realtor. So I called the realtor. She was like, I can meet up with you now. We can go look at some houses and stuff like that. You know, we went looking at houses or something. And then she hooked me up with her little friend or however, how they do. You got the realtor, then you got the ones that's, do the paperwork for the loan and tell you how much you gonna get on the loan and all that stuff like that, right? So I'm hooked up with both of them at the same time. They dealing with you back and forth. It's a hassle, but you got to keep your focus and keep your mind on what it is that you're trying to do and not worry about the distraction, because there is going to be a distraction in the midst of God trying to move you. It's always going to be something that make it seem like that you ain't going to get it, or you know um it's always going to be something. But see, at this time, I had learned to just be humble, to be humble, and just watch how God was moving. Don't let the enemy steal my focus. And at the same time that, and at the same time, and see, at the same time, God was teaching me what it meant to keep your eyes on Him and not pay attention to your surroundings. How they say, um, I don't know what story it was in the book. Well, who was it? When God say keep his focus on Him, or if he take his focus off of him, he'll sink. Who was that? However, y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I kept my focus on it because I didn't want the devil to steal my distraction. If I knew that the devil kept doing things, he kept trying to throw things in my path to steal my focus from God. But I didn't allow it to happen because for some reason it's like the my eyes wasn't blind. It's like I was able to see. It's like I was able to see the enemy over here doing all kind of stuff, and it was a lot of times it was just funny to me because I saw how he was a day late, couple hours late. He was, and but when he come like, and he was doing stuff where the realtors would come and tell me, well, you got to do this or you got to do that, or we can't do this, or but then next thing you know, within like a couple of minutes or a couple of hours later, they got to come back and call me and tell me, oh, we done got this, or good news, like God had already paved another path. So that's why I say you can't keep your focus on what it is that the devil is doing, because God he already know what the devil is doing. So he already gonna have you on another path. And so that's why it was funny to me, because I saw how he was trying to attack, but he was always late. He's always gonna be late in whatever it is that he's doing, because he don't know what God's plan is. He know God got something for you, but he don't know what God's plans is. So anywho, we go looking at the house and stuff. Now, see, the realtor, she trying to put me over in areas where I don't want to be, in houses I wasn't gonna sell. Um, you know, I just wasn't going. So I had a list of houses myself. And she was like, well, this all I got. I ain't got no more on my list. She was like, we had went to see the last house, my husband, he was about to settle. And I was like, babe, I don't like this. It's too little. He fell in love with the fact that the garage was closed in, and, that was his man cave, you know. but the house was too little. I was like, no, babe, this not it. I was like, no, I don't like this. And so she was like, well, let me call my realtor friend and see what he got. And I was like, well, why are you calling him? I said, I got a house that I want you to look at that I, want to go and see. The same house that the realtor friend had done told her about for us to come and see was the same house that I had the picture of that I was going to show her that I wanted to go and see. And mind you, this house was only on the street over from where we was already at. So it was finna start raining out of nowhere. It was like a storm was coming. The siren was going off and everything, but ain't no storm never came. No storm never came, y'all. And this was in my video. I recorded it. Ain't no storm never came. This was when we was going to see the house right before we came to my house. When we left out that house, it was clear as day. It was clear as day. No, matter of fact, when we left out that house, I had to leave my house, go over to my other house, because I had to go and get something. I forgot what it was. We had to go and get something. And then we was going to come and meet her at this house. By the time we came over here, sun shining, everything, like it wasn't like a storm wasn't even finna come. I'm telling you, it's like a storm was coming out of nowhere, y'all, for real. Oh, it didn't stop. It didn't stop because I just thought about it. When we got in the house and I made it out on the porch, that's when you could hear the sirens going off in the video. The sirens was going off in the video. So the power and everything was off at this house. When we got here, I was like, this the same house, when she told me, I was like, this the same house that I had on, to show you or whatever. Time I get to the door and she opened the door, it ain't no power on in the house, nothing. Ain't nobody even, bushes growed up over the house, like nobody had even been, this house had been vacant for a long time. Time I get to the door, I promise y'all, I tell y'all no lie. If I'm lying, I'm flying. God will come and take me tonight if I'm lying to y'all. I get to the door, and it's just like a feeling just came over me, like a chill, just like, welcome home. Like, and I couldn't say nothing. I didn't even look through the house. I just stood at the door. And only thing I was able to say when I was standing at the door, I was like, babe, this it. That's all I kept saying. This is it. This is it. This the house. And he was like, babe, how you know this the house? You ain't even looked around the house. And then I say, this is it. This is it. When I walked through the house, mind y'all now, when I was staying over in the other house, and I used to be on my videos, I just used to be talking, just talking. It wasn't like, I guess when I was talking, I was meaning what I was saying, but I, I don't think I was praying, but I guess I was, to God I probably was, because when I was cooking, I used to say, I can't wait till the Lord bless me with a bigger house. I can't wait till the Lord bless me with a bigger kitchen. I can't wait till the Lord bless me with more cabinet space. I can't wait till the Lord bless me with a pantry. I can't wait till, that's what I used to say while I was on video with y'all, cooking and stuff like that. I used to say that. When I tell y'all, when I walked through that door with no power on in this house, and them bushes growed up, and that feeling that I had, I knew it was it. I asked God for that open floor plan, that open space, that openness in my living room, my dining room, my kitchen. I asked God for that. I asked God for the more cabinet space. I asked God for the pantry. I got so many cabinets, I don't need a pantry. But I got a little one, but I got a pantry. I asked God for my wash machine in the house, and I have that. I didn't ask the Lord for no fireplace, but that was a bonus to me. I asked God for. Let me tell you something. I asked God for space for my grandmother, for my husband, for me, and even for my cat. Even for my cat, because my cat was an inside cat, and I didn't want my cat to be going outside because she never went outside. And I wanted for her to have a porch to go on so she can, sit in the window and look out and stuff like that, and for her to have more space and feel like she, can stretch out a little bit more than the porch that she had. And I didn't want the kind of area where what we had, because the dogs broke in, on the porch where we stayed at and ran her. She made it past them and ran up under the house. So they couldn't find her, but I didn't want for her to have to go through that again, because that scared me. Thinking that my cat was gone. But I prayed and I asked God for all that. I asked God for um um stuff that'll be good for my grandmother, because my grandmother is getting older, and I knew I was she needed something that was going to be easy for her, the bars and stuff like that, right? I get that. I asked God for a master bedroom. I did ask God for that. And I told God I wanted me two bathrooms, and I wanted a bathroom in my bedroom. When I started walking down the hallway, oh, another thing. I told the Lord I didn't want no carpet in my house. I told God that. I said, and the reason why I didn't want carpet in the house, because as time goes on, the carpet holds smell in the house, and I ain't like that. So as I started walking down the hallway, I see one bedroom. That could be grandma's room. Grandma's so scary, y'all. To where she don't, the way her room is set up, this room that I'm in was grandma's room. The way this room is set up was perfect for her, because her window wasn't on the outside. And grandma always, for some reason, was scared of her window on the outside, and anybody just being able to go up to her window and look in her window and stuff like that. But God's so good, y'all. Thank you, God. God's so good that my grandma got a window to her room, but my grandma was able to feel safe in her room because her window to her room is on a porch that is closed in and you can lock it. So her window isn't to the outside. Her window is on the porch, on the inside of the house. You know. All right, that's one. Make it down to the hallway, another bedroom. Okay, this could be my husband man cave here. There's another bedroom. We got come on down. We got a bathroom. Get in the bathroom. I noticed how the tub it sits real low, and my grandma she couldn't lift her leg as much high like that, to get into the tub. So I was like, dang, it's perfect for grandma. It's like this tub sit real low. I like that. Now I make it to the last room in the house, and it's a master bedroom. So much space I didn't even know what to do with. And as I go around, I notice it's another bathroom. Walk into the bathroom and God answered my prayers, because it's a walk-in shower for the days that I may have to, shower my grandmother. I didn't have to worry about her trying to step over into the tub, or I couldn't get her into the tub, where I could just sit a chair in there and she didn't have nothing to step over, because it's a walk-in shower with handlebars for the elderly and stuff like that. But one specific thing that I used to pray and ask God for, I said, God, I want me a porch where I got two sides. I want one side closed in, and I want with air conditioning. I want the other side where it's screened in, so that if I want to be on either side, I can do that. But I want one side closed in. I walked down them steps, y'all. I walked around down those stairs and I looked from one end to the other, and I realized how it was closed in. Then I asked the lady, I said, what's over there on that side? And I opened up that door, and that side was screened in. And then as I come back, she was like, "Oh, it got air conditioning on this side right here." And I was like, "Oh my God." That's how I knew God gave me what I asked for. That's how I knew God gave me exactly what I asked for. Everything down to the T. Down to the T. So all the time. All the time. So you say, don't worry about nothing. Just know that God is always there. God taught me that. I know that. God taught me that. It was a lot of things that God taught me about His Word through that process of me having to go through this. He taught me about keeping the faith. He taught me about not worrying, that everything is going to be okay no matter what the situation look like. As long as you keep the faith, everything going to go as planned. We don't know His plan, but it's going to happen according to His plan. Not to take your eyes off of Him. I learned what that meant. I used to hear people say stuff like that, but you never really know what none of these scriptures mean until you really have to walk that walk. You hear, keep the faith. You hear not take your eye off of God. You hear not to let the devil come in. You hear all these things, but it's like, how do you not allow these things to happen? Because we don't know. We naturally worry. But when you go through stuff and you put, and I'm telling y'all, only thing I can really think of that made me keep my focus on God was, I do remember this. I was scared to cry. I was scared to cry. I was scared to cry. And the reason why I was scared to cry was because I felt like I knew that if I showed on the outside my emotion, the devil will already know how to play with my mind. And that's how the devil gets you, is through your mind. He only can get to you through your mind. So if I showed how I felt on the outside, he knew I was weak on the inside. But I didn't show it on the outside. Bad as I wanted to drop a tear and cry, I didn't. And I believe that's how God humbled me like that. By not crying. Because I didn't have a reason to cry. I felt like I wanted to cry because of what I was going through and because I was scared of the unknown, of how everything was going to play out, and we looking for everything to work out the way that we wanted to work out, but nothing is meant to work out the way that we want it to work out. Everything is meant to work out according to God's plan and what He wants for us to have. And He know what we need, and He know exactly what we want. He's going to give us what He wants, but He also going to give us just what we need. So that's why I say, and also I want to say this too. When I said, God, I forgot to tell y'all this. I had done went all out the way, didn't I? Child, I told you. But what I was going to say was, God will use people that you don't even know to be a part of your journey that He set you out on. And He will remove people that you think is going to be there for you. And one of the persons that he removed, and it almost broke my heart. Two of the people. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I was gonna be out the door homeless or whatever. I didn't know because I know we didn't have that much savings. I asked my mom. I was like, Mom, I was like, can me and my husband come stay there for a little while till we, get a place to stay? And, it was gonna be me, him, and grandma. I was like, Mom, can we come to? My mama told me. She said, no. She said, cause my dog, he got to have somewhere to sleep. And when she said that, I was like, the dog. That's what I said to myself. I didn't say that to her, but I said that to myself, and I was like, the dog. So I was upset at that time. But then when I realized that the excuse was dumb, but it was only for a reason. God didn't want me to go there. I was given that excuse because it wasn't meant for me. I even asked my mother-in-law. I had my husband ask my mother-in-law, and she didn't even let us come. And it was meant for it to work out like that because God wanted me to keep the faith in Him. That's what it means when God will remove people out your life, to that way He will get the glory for the things that He's doing for you, instead of you saying, oh, my mama did this for me, or oh, my mother-in-law did this for me, or oh, my, I was trying to find any easy outlet, but God wasn't going to let it be that easy for me. It would have been easy for me to just move in with them, and then next thing you know, okay, I felt like I'm all right, or maybe, like whatever. I probably would have been stuck there, or something. You know what I'm saying? I sometimes you can get in your own way, because we be scared of what's about to happen, or what's going to happen, or something like that. You get in your own way of what God have plans on you doing. But He didn't want for them to help me because He was already my help. I just had to trust Him. I had to keep the faith. I had to know that everything was okay. I had to believe that He was going to put us somewhere. He was going to find something for us. But I couldn't see none of that. So I was scared. So when I stopped being scared and got humble, that's when He started working. He was already working, but He really started working. And I was going to say something. I just forgot what I was going to say, but it was good too. I was going to tell y'all something too. It was good. It was good about that part right there. It was good. I was going to tell y'all something. I forgot what it was though. Dang. But so one of the people that God had used was there was something that came up that God was trying to throw a little curve and no, I'm sorry. The devil was trying to throw a curve in God's plan. And God sent a lady that didn't even know me from a can of paint. Because one thing about being in a house buying process, you got to have you a track record. Cash is nothing. You can have all the cash that you want, but cash can be drug money, stolen money, whatever kind of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go to try to buy a house without a paper trail. You got to have a paper trail. And so, since we didn't have that paper trail, you needed somebody that could say that I forgot what the person is called, but it's like you need this person that it's like they've been knowing you forever, and it's like y'all got some type of relationships that established where y'all been you know buying stuff or doing stuff together, and stuff like that. Like I forgot what it's called that you need, but anyway, God sent this white woman that didn't even know me. She was a hey and bye to my husband. She was, and y'all don't take this wrong way, just take it for what God did. She was a woman that worked in my husband's HR department. A white older woman. She was just getting ready to leave the job. She wasn't gonna be there too much more longer. But my husband had to go to her and get, certain paperwork, so she knew what was going on. And so when my husband had told her, he needed, he had to do such and such, so it's kind of like on the pause or whatever. She said, "You can use me." She said, "I'll help you." This was a woman that was just a hey and bye to my husband. And I didn't even know her from a can of paint. But I thank God, and right now to this day, I ain't heard nothing else from that woman after that, because she was somebody that God used, and somebody that she couldn't go tell nobody about it. She couldn't go talk about us because she didn't know nobody. She didn't know who we knew. We didn't know who she knew. We didn't know her like that. But she was a part of the process where it can keep everything rolling. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it putting a stop to it, to what God was trying to do. So God went and just used, I forgot what it was called, what the person is called, when, sometimes you just need that, I forgot what he called. But anyway, it's nothing for her to, give us no money or nothing like that. Nothing like that. We had our own stuff. It's just that the paper trail is what we needed. But anywho, so yeah, God will put people in your life that he want to use. But at the end of it all, one thing I thank God for is that I saw him. I saw him working, and I know what he did for us. And I'll never be able to say that it was me, it was my husband, it was that woman, it wasn't nobody but God that gave us what we needed and what we asked for. It wasn't nobody but God. And so people used to be like, "Oh girl, I know you can't wait to no, not a cosigner. Not a cosigner. Um she was like, "Oh girl, I know you can't." People when here on YouTube and stuff, they be like, "Oh girl, I know you can't wait to show that house off," or "I know you and stuff like that." I don't feel like that. I don't feel how other people would probably feel if they was to get into a brand new house. How I felt was thankful. I felt thankful. I wasn't glad to show the house off and stuff like that, or in a hurry to show the house off, or nothing, because it was nothing for me to boast and brag about. And for one, I'm not that type of person anyway, but that was nothing to boast or brag about. A gift. I think is a gift. Yeah. I think it's gift. I think it's the gift. I think it's the gift. Yeah, something like a gift. I think it was something like that. Yeah, I think it was something like that. Something. Yeah, like a gift. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Something like that. That rung a bell when you said that. I think it was something like that. But yeah, so make it sense. But yeah, it was she had a who like it had to be like she knew us forever. Yeah, it's like, but it had to be from someone that you had been friends with a relationship established for years, and like or a family member like that, right? But the woman, she didn't know me, right? But let me tell you how God, how the devil was even trying to stop that. I had called them and told them, oh, I got somebody, right? They was like, is this your friend, or how long you been knowing her, blah 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 blah. They tried to tell me that they couldn't use her, right? When I told her that, she said, give me the phone number, I'll call them. Honey, when she called them, folks called me back maybe like 2, 3 minutes later, and they was like, "Oh, we can accept her. We can accept her, just like that." And I ain't had no more problems, and that process just kept on going after that. So I thank God. I thank God for it. I don't even know what led us to talking about this tonight, but I thank God for everything. I thank God for how He moved, and just like this, I know I don't put no title on myself. I'm put it like that. I don't put no title on myself. And honestly and truly, I don't even think that I would ever put a title on myself. The more and more I get older and the more I think about it, I don't think I would ever put a title on myself, whether I'm a Christian or this or that, whatever type of, you know, y'all know, it's all kinds. I would never put a title on myself. I'm just gonna say that I got faith and I'm a believer in God, and that's what I am. I have faith and I'm a believer. All that other stuff is just unnecessary to me. You don't have to have all of that to just believe. And I just believe. I just believe in them. You know, and just like they say, a little mustard seed of faith is all you need, and that's for real. I probably only had a little mustard seed of faith at the time when this all got started. But one thing about it is when God starts showing you stuff and He starts doing stuff and He opens up your eyes and you start realizing who it is that's doing it and stuff like that, it's just like now it makes you a seeker. It makes you seek God. It makes you wanna see what else, He can do, and if He did this, and I wonder what else God can do. Or not, it ain't nothing wrong to want God's blessings, because that's what He want to do anyway. He want to bless you. God is filled overflowing with gifts for you, for us all. He's overflowing with gifts for all of us, for His blessings. So why not want them? You know. So, but I thank God for showing me, because He just made me believe even harder. He made me believe even harder, and He gave me a testimony, and I'm happy that I learned. I know it was Him. I'm happy that I know it was Him, and I'm happy that I can share what God did for me, you know, because there's people that go through stuff and they think that they're alone, but you're never alone. And that's why I always say that I really truly believe that The amount of time that we go through hard times and stuff like that, it be on us. It be on us. Because sometimes we don't pay attention to what it is that God's trying to show us, so that's why it takes so long. It's something that He be trying to show you. So until you put your focus on Him, you're going to continue to go through whatever it is that you're going through. Once you put your focus on Him, now he got your mind, He got your eyes, and He can take you down this road that He's trying to take you down, that He don't want you to get off of. And long as you keep traveling that journey with Him, He gonna teach you something along the way. He's trying to teach you something. But that's why it's called, that's why they say when they, that's what it means when they say that God ain't gonna force you to do nothing. Everything is a decision, and it's up to you to wanna do it. He is the perfect gentleman. He's willing to wait on you. But when is you ready to when is you ready to pay attention, I guess. I don't know. Lord, what's the word? Yeah. When you ready to pay attention. When you ready to follow Him. When is you you got to be ready. You got to be ready. He ain't gonna force your hand into nothing. You got to get tired. You know, that's why I look at Him the way that I do and understand. See, people got their own little. You got your own relationship. It's not about how you see or what other people tell you about how what you should do or shouldn't do. Your relationship with Him is just like a relationship with your mama and your daddy. That's the kind of relationship it is with God. That's how I get my understanding of who He is and how He operates. The same respect you would have for your mother and your father, you have that same respect for Him times 10. The same thing that your mother and your father do to you to get your attention as far as chastising you, God have His ways of chastising too. That's why we go through certain things. Because God will, He chastises us through life experiences and stuff. What we go through and all of that. And some is more hard headed than others. We all His kids. We all is His kids. We His kids. His kids. So what do you do for your children in order to teach them? He ain't here to physically whoop us. So He whoop us with life experiences, life situations, things like that. We go through certain things, you know. How long are you gonna continue to keep on getting whooping for the same thing over and over before you learn not to keep doing this? Doing whatever it is. You know? You're going through what you're going through for a reason. But you gotta wanna stop and make that change. You know? But yeah, that's how I get my understanding of who he is. I thank God for this little chat with y'all though, because I really don't, um, talk about a lot of serious stuff all the time. But when I do, it be some good stuff for the soul. You know, he wouldn't what now? He wouldn't chastise us, right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. I wanted to say something else, but I don't know if I'm supposed to say that what I was finna say, because I talked about what I'm finna say with y'all the other day when I was cleaning up the house, cleaning up my bathrooms. And I had wanted to say this the other day, and then it just came to my mind again. But I don't know if I want to say this part right there. But I be trying to say what I feel like God be wanting me to say. But if God want me to say it, He'll lead my tongue. It'll come on out. Cause a lot of times when I be talking about stuff with y'all, it's definitely never planned. When I start talking about stuff like this, it's never planned. It's like God just take my tongue and I get to talking. I just get to talking. And I really don't even be expecting to talk about the things that I be talking about when I do talk about it. It's just I'm not gonna I'm not gonna stop. And then it's like sometimes it be the things I be saying sometimes be like, girl, where you get that from, girl? Now you wouldn't have thought of that yourself. you know? But I know that it don't be nobody but him be using me. Just because I act the way I act and I look the way I look. Don't never think that God won't use somebody like me. Because somebody that's just like me be the perfect fit for him to use. Because I'm relatable to a lot of other people. I look just like them. I act just like them. And she got faith. She could talk about the Lord like that. God used those same people. Those people that's just like you. He don't always use what you call Christians and all that right there. He don't always use he don't just use them. He used people in the world too. Uh, he used young people, he used old people. He used anybody he feel that's gonna open their mouth and talk. He used anybody. It don't matter what you look like, what you is, what you doing, what you ain't doing. It's up to you to listen. I ain't forcing nobody's hand. I ain't making nobody say nothing. And all the stuff that I was over here saying, I feel like that guy was over here asking, using my tongue to even ask y'all, do you believe? At one point in time, and some of the stuff that I was saying, like, will you believe it? Like, do you believe in him? You know, I feel like there was a time in this conversation that he used my tongue and asked you that. Do you believe? So, but yeah, I love the Lord, and I'm constantly going. You know, he ain't done with me yet, and I'm definitely not perfect. But he know that ain't none of us perfect. But he know I love him though. You know. And that's all that matters. So yeah. I don't know what time it is, y'all, but I enjoyed this chat with y'all tonight. And I hope whoever come and watch this video tomorrow, they enjoy this video tomorrow too. I was over here glittering stuff. Where my stuff at? I was glittering. Oh, child. But I enjoyed chatting with y'all though. So I'm working on this right here. For the drawing. And I said I was gonna put blue on it, but I doubt I'm gonna put blue. I think that I'm gonna rhinestone it out. I'm gonna put all the rhinestones and stuff. What's up, Chef Brooklyn? You got you a red cup already this early in the morning, child. Well, you better go on ahead then. Look, your tail gonna sleep real good after that bell. You gonna sleep like a baby. So yeah. Um, but let me see. Hey, B Davis, you needed to hear this. Thank you. You're welcome. I thank the Lord. Hey, Miss Cheesy Soul Food. I saw you in here. I know you was one of the ones that was talking, but I don't even. I think I remember you being here before. But if I ain't, welcome to you to the family. Welcome. I'm happy to have you. Hmm. All right. Well, you have a good one. Enjoy your drink over there. Drink a little sip for me now. So yeah. I'm trying to do one that's gonna be. Y'all here still? Y'all don't fell off to sleep. I need to be going myself, but I'm gonna put one more coat on this here, and then I'll go. So I'm trying to do something that's for the men too, cause the men want something, you know. They want them something too. So I'm trying to do like some something for the men, you know, where it ain't feminine looking. And I asked my husband, he was like, he think it'll look good. But you know what I just thought about? Ooh, men like stones. I got some black stones. I got some black stones. I wonder if a man would like this. Cause you know men, they wear like those, they wear black, like if they like to wear black rings and stuff like that. So they made like a black stone. What y'all think? I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about just a second. But if I put some black stones on it, I got to see. I can't do too much with it though. It got to be simple. It can't be too much. Cause I want it to be manly. Thank you, Lord, for that word. Because it was good. I always got my testimony to tell, you know. I always got that to tell. I don't never get old. But somebody need to hear it sometimes or another. See? That's nice for a man, ain't it? And just don't do too much with it. And I think a man will I like that. That phone holder. I think so. I think so. I think my man would like to have that. And then probably take some black stones, some of my black stones here, and add it to it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cute. Like my little niece used to say, TT. Cute. Cute, TT. Alright, y'all. Done been 2 hours. I'm finna go. Love y'all. Peace, love, and blessings. Y'all have a good night. And I'll chat with y'all later on today sometime. Y'all get some rest.